So somehow managed to get tickets to Taylor Swift, so we're going to be going there later on today. I've had a relatively productive day this morning. I woke up a little bit earlier, logged into work early so that I can leave a little bit earlier. I've managed to go to the gym. I've done a lot of productivity things with work. It's currently 11:18. I'm showered, like everything's done. I don't really have like a Taylor Swifty outfit because I've told myself that I'm not going to try and spend money on things I don't need, and like where am I ever going to wear like a glittery outfit ever again? Like probably never. So I'm being pretty basic. You can't see, I'm literally just wearing jeans, this Skims top, and then I'm just going to wear this cardigan and call it a day. I'm trying to decide if I want to change my glasses. So I'm wearing these Ray-Ban ones right now, but I've got those other, like those bigger frame with the gold, so I might try those on in a bit. I'm going to, my hair, like I'm not really going to do anything with it, so I washed it yesterday morning. And I've basically just let it like air dry and do its own thing, so it's a little bit frizzy but nothing that a little bit. So I put some Gizu honey infused hair oil on the ends anyway, but I'll use this Perfect hair serum. I actually need to vacuum my room's a bit, I feel like it's just like stuff on the ground. I'm gonna take this through the top. The show is at Wembley, so it's going to be really busy. Happy's been sending me like TikTok videos of like how busy it is, so probably going to be back late today. I've already charged my car. She's supposed to be coming at like lunchtime, so like, but I'm gonna message her and be like, let me know when you're leaving, and also because she's gonna come and work her afternoon here, and then I'm also might ask if she wants a matcha, because kind of feel like having one plus the caffeine might be a good thing. I'm going to do light makeup just because I can't really be bothered, but I was thinking it'd be fun to do a cute little get ready with me moment, because that's kind of, I don't know, like my favourite thing to watch is just like people just sitting there and like talking about random things and just like being in their life. So I suppose I'm going to do the same thing. And yeah, so I'm gonna put on some earrings, figure out what I'm gonna do with my hair, and then we'll see, because I think I'm gonna leave it like this, but then it's like, do I like pin this bit down, because I have like a cow's lick, it's called, it's like where it's higher, but obviously it's higher than this side. So then I'm like, do I like do a braid or something and like put it back, or like, I don't know, like something. I could just do that, to be honest. That just tucking it behind my glasses kind of works, and then it doesn't require me to get out any hair grips. I was gonna put on contact lenses, but I can't really be bothered, because then I have to like take my glasses with me anyway in the car because I'm paranoid, and then I have to take an extra set of contact lenses again because I'm paranoid, and then I have to drive back, so then I'd probably have to take them out. It's just a lot. So I think that I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I've got my watch and my phone on charge because I really don't want the batteries to die. Ooh, got a little email. So earrings, that's what I'm looking for. Don't know what type of earrings. Maybe these little pearly ones. Put on. Yeah, I'm basically just gonna put all my accessories on first and then see what to do with my hair, because then that will really dictate what I'm going to do with my makeup because I really don't want to do a lot, which I never do anyway. But I've just put on a completely different earring. Where is the, oh, there it is. I've just put on a completely different earring, like it's not even remotely the same. Where is my brain? These earrings are quite busy, to be honest, but it's okay. They look cute, I think. I mean, I think they look cute. I don't know about anyone else. Let me just... These are the ones that I have selected. What else? Okay. I will put a hair tie in my pocket because you never know. Oh, my bracelets. So I've actually had my bracelets on for a few days because I took them off when I was showering, but I'll put them on because Taylor Swift, like, obviously. My bracelets are a bit gunky now because I've had them for so long, and I realised I probably should never have been showering with them on anyway, but I was just too lazy to take them off. But yeah, got these. Yeah, I thought layering would be a good idea, so like if I get hot I can take my cardigan off, but if it's cold I can put my cardigan back on. Hair, I kind of like think that I don't want to be too extra, but I feel like a braid would look so cool, like, you know, like when you just have like a random, but then I don't want to like ruin the curl wave pattern because I'm not washing my hair for a bit, and then it's gonna, like, I have like other places to go, like Saturday and Sunday, so I don't know. I don't really know. My cousin has these really cool like things that you can like grip into your hair, so I could get her to give me some of those, but I just feel like my hair's so dark anyway that you can't really see the braid, so maybe I just stick with the curl. Let's keep it simple, keep it simple, girl. Yeah, I think keep it simple. So I will be back. I'm just gonna do a little, just check what those emails are, and then I will be back and we can do our makeup together. And this is gonna go way after the Eras tour is finished, but I hope that anybody who has gone or is going to go, because this is the second date in the London tour, but this second part of it because she came before as well, I think like in June I want to say, and this is like she went off and now she's like into Europe and she's come back, so yeah, fun. And yeah, guess we will chat in a little bit. Okay, so I actually need to charge this camera as well. I don't know if I'm gonna take it, but it might be cute. I need to actually check. Where's my phone? Obviously it's going to be a little outdated at this current moment in time because it's only 11:29, but I'm going to check how long it's gonna take to get to the car park. Okay, so it's gonna take 2 hours now, so like an hour and 50 minutes now. It says to go on the M1. Okay, we will, hon. My cousin won't like that though, I don't think, but it's like significantly shorter distance wise, so maybe we do that. I'm just gonna put my phone back on charge. Trying to stay hydrated, although I should probably, like, I'm gonna hydrate as much as I can now, but I should probably not drink too much water like as we're approaching like 1:30, 2 o'clock, because otherwise I'm going to keep needing to go to the bathroom. The show starts at 5:30, but Taylor will have an opening act, so I don't think she's going to come on till like 6:30, 7. I haven't really checked the timings though of yesterday's show, so it might have been earlier, later, whatever. Hopefully we'll make it there by 7 though, so it should be okay. It's going to be getting out that's always the bit that's more difficult. Yeah, so let's just get on and do our makeups. I'm going to keep it pretty simple, but I have put my hair back in this grip, but I'm also going to just do this as well, just to keep it off my neck, because it's making me feel a bit yeah, so let's go. Even though you're not really going to, so I've started keeping my like makeup brushes in this bag rather than in, I have this little pot that sits, I made by the way, this little pottery pot that I made, but I don't know, like since I came back from India I've just left it all in because I'm going to need to pack it all again anyway when I go to Singapore, and then again for when I go to Thailand. So I was like, is there any point? Plus it keeps it like not dusty, I guess. At least that's what I'm telling myself. So I'm going to try and tell you what I use, but like I always use the same thing, so it's not really that different. So Huda Beauty Faux Filter Corrector in the shade Mango. And while I am colour correcting my dark circles, I promise I sleep a lot. I just genetically I don't do so well with the dark circle thing, so I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm just like to point out that I do sleep a fair bit, and I've realised that being grown is realising like how important sleep is, because like the amount of my little scientist self is coming back out, and like I sound like a preacher when I do this, but like the amount of like the recovery and stuff that you, and the recovery cycles that you go through when you sleep is insane. And you should spend, it's like people say roughly 8 hours, but it really depends on the person, but let's just go with the standardized 8-hour thing. That's literally a third of your life that you should be sleeping, and there is a reason for that, and there is a reason why. Like I think people have done studies that sleep deprivation is just as bad as like drink driving, for example, and you need to make sure you're sleeping enough, and also sleeping in consistent patterns, because a lot of times you can be sleeping like 8 hours or whatever, but if you're sleeping like inconsistently, like you can never, like people say I'm gonna catch up on sleep, you can't actually really catch up on sleep, and even if you do, like it takes a while for you to get there, and to be honest the damage is already done, so need to be careful. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of preaching mode. So I look a little scary like this, but I've basically just used this like orangey colour. Sorry, my mirror is so dirty I can actually barely see it. Use a different one. Oh, this one is not any better. No. Okay, never mind. I will just hope for the best and hope that it looks okay. And I'm using this Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in warm beige. I finally, I don't know if I've used it on here, but I've finally picked this up, and honestly it was a great decision. It's super full coverage, so people would think like, oh, like why would you want to use that because it's so full coverage, but I barely use any, and you don't really need to. And I'm 100% a concealer applier with a brush girly, because you get the best coverage in my opinion applying it with a brush rather than applying it with like a sponge. But also you could apply it with your fingers, but that's not really my vibe. So I'm just applying this, it's like a really thin layer basically underneath my eye, basically exactly where I've just applied the color corrector, and then I also like go here on the inner upper corner of my eye, but that's because I also have darkness in those regions. But it's really important for me to, if I do this, to remember to set it, because otherwise it can start coming off. I had like that, one of the reasons I actually bought this concealer is because when I was in India, like when I was sweating, like my concealer was not lasting, and as much as I love my Tarte concealer and my NARS concealer, they weren't holding up in the heat. The 50-degree humidity was, it was like 39 degrees, but it felt like 50. Humidity was not doing any favors for my concealer. So I always like focus my concealer like mostly here, and then like I like blend it from there. So like I'll apply it in this region because this is where I want the strongest coverage. But then, why am I doing this like I'm like a makeup guru? Like I'm absolutely not. I also saw that video of Bretman Rock, like when he was also he's got such an enigmatic like personality that's like that you just can't not watch him. But anyway, he was talking about like how when he like basically denounced himself from the beauty community because he was like he had some strong opinions, but you know what? I'm glad that he voiced them, because if that's what he thinks, that's what he thinks. And he was like, well, that's what I mean. And yeah, there's like people could argue that he could have said it in a nicer way, in a more politically correct way, but I guess that's not really his character, and if it was, like, he wouldn't be as successful as he is. Like, the reason people watch him is because he's so like boisterous, I suppose is a nice way of summing him up. Obviously I don't know him, but I watch his content and I love it. So I used to love when he would do those does he still do those like ice bath dunks that he used to do in his home in Hawaii, so that was fun. Anyway, speaking of, actually there's no correlation. I was going to say, speaking of Hawaii, I want to go to Paris. No correlation there. But, oh, 1 second. So basically I went to Paris in 2023. I don't think there's any footage of that on YouTube, but I think I have a few shorts that I've either uploaded or am uploading, so you guys can see those, that I put on Instagram, and I was like, well, people might want to see them here, so because they're on my private Instagram account, so I was like, oh, like maybe I could show people then. But I also, as you will know because those vlogs are up, are the Paris vlogs when I went for my birthday with my mom. And so I've gone 2 years in a row, and I'm like, oh, like maybe I need to go again. I feel like I want to go again. I don't need to go again. However, as I have mentioned, I just came back from India. I'm going to Singapore in like a month. I'm going to Thailand at the end of November into December, and so there's not really much time left in between that. So I'm personally thinking that I want to try and go in December, maybe like after Christmas. Oh, sorry, just to say, Huda Beauty Easy Bake in Cupcake, if anybody cares. I'm going to use this little puff. So I really kind of want to do that and just go for like a couple of days. I really want to go on the Eurostar because I've always gone either on the plane or on the ferry. We've driven, like, do you know what I mean? So I feel like it would be really, oh god, look at this. It would be really nice. I'm just going to use this brush. It's Makeup by Ariel A14, and I'm just going to use that just to see if I've missed any sections. Basically, I really want to set it well. Yeah, so I want to go. And I think because I've been a couple of times now, like it's nice to like do the things that you enjoy, so you don't have to like redo things or like do like the typical things. Although I cannot lie, no matter how many times I go, I need to get my daily Eiffel Tower fix. Like I have to see it at least once a day, otherwise. Are you in Paris? The answer's no, you're not. So yeah, but it's about figuring out how to like mesh that into my schedule, because obviously I'm still working and I don't have many annual leave days, and I always like to use them like to do actual activities, and I've been pretty busy this year and last year, so I've like managed to use them. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I would really like to, just to start the precedent for myself, that I'm going to go like once a year, but like go at different times of the year to experience it. Like I've been in like June, I've been in August when I was younger, I've been in November, I want to go in December, like just to go at different times of the year. Like I said, I'm using the Vive I Want in Raven because this is the only way that I ever do my eyeliner, and I have to do it before I curl my lashes because otherwise for some reason I can't like reach it and I can't like do it. But yeah, I guess the thing that I'm trying to strive towards, like I've been thinking about this recently, that I'm trying to strive towards like having the freedom to be able to like do like what I want when I want to do it. And like I've always said, like I'm somebody who like gets bored really easily, so I'll always be somebody who like wants to work, that kind of thing, but I want to work with flexibility. So like to find a way to like, if you want to travel, what is that? Oh, it's just a piece of dry skin. I was like, what the flip is that on my eye? If you want to like travel, like to be able to travel whenever and like still be able to work. So I'm like trying to see what I'm able to do in terms of that, but I'm not like, I guess that's the problem, I'm not too pressed or rushed about it, which maybe I should be, because I'm potentially wasting away the best years of my life. I don't know. But yeah, trying to get some good experiences, and like I guess now I can use this sentence properly, but speaking of like seizing opportunities, like recently I've been giving an opportunity, which means that I have like potentially a lot more pressure, and it might feel like it's not going to be worth it originally, but I think the doors that it could open are really like instrumental. Somebody's messaging me. It's Snapchat because I never open it, and it's like, you've got some like pending snaps, and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna open them because I never use it, like unless I absolutely have to. I thought that was my cousin then for a second because it looked like her car, but it's not. She said lunchtime, which is to me is 12, but then I never actually eat lunch at 12, so I don't actually know. Cute. I've also been, sorry, I keep, my conversation is jumping all over the place, but I've been recently thinking about like, even as much as I like the clean girl look, I think like for like my kind of skin tone, and like as like a brown person, like that grungy look, that grungy almost old Bollywood vibes, like really brown, like mocha-y shades, and like smoking stuff out, sorry I forgot to breathe for a second, and like mockery shades and like smoking things out just looks so so like iconic and like good, so I'm kind of doing like a combination look. So I want to be like grungy but not too grungy. I still want to look soft. It's probably not matching, but I'm okay with that. And you know what, this eye wand, this Reeth eye wand, they've got them in so many colours. I've got a few of them, but the black one, it's iconic, but it's so good at, if you like to have like a really precise like wing, then you need to use liquid for that. But I always like this smoky one, so this is a great way of like transitioning into it without being too doing too much. I will line my upper waterline after I curl my lashes, because I feel like I always make that mistake. I will do it before, I want to use my eyelash curler actually. I will always do it before I do it, and then it just transfers onto my eyelash curler, so there's no point. Also, I may be doing a lot for considering I'm gonna wear my glasses, so you may not even be able to see it. Just curling. My mom gave me this eyelash curler, and honestly it's amazing, especially because the Laura Mercier one is so hard to like get hold of a new one if you want one. Even the Shiseido one, sorry I have a lisp, so I sound like a bit silly when I say that, but even the Shiseido one is really difficult to get your hands on. So yeah, like I said, going to Taylor, I've got a few concerts coming up, I've got a few trips coming up, and now I'm trying to decide to go to Paris. But you know what I've realised? You've got to make time to make yourself happy, because if you spend your whole time like trying to make other people happy, like you're missing out. Like I'm not saying don't like make people upset, like obviously don't go out of your way to make anybody else yeah, like don't go out of your way to make people feel bad, but also you have to remember to like live for yourself. And I keep seeing those TikToks like don't forget, like it's their first time living life too, and it's talking about like adults as well, and like people are always judging their parents, and it's like, yeah, I guess I took it to the extension of like, yeah, so it's also my first time, so let me do it. And also I think I put this on my community post, I think it's my very first community post, but when I was reading the Hyeongnam-dong bookshop book, in there it was talking about like a lot of, especially in Asian communities anywhere in Asia, like you kind of live the life that your parents want you to live, but it's like don't forget that one day they're probably not going to be here, and they may not see it now, but they'll feel much better, and you guys will have a better relationship if you're able to live life the way you want to. Obviously don't do silly things, but you know what I mean. So make time for yourself and like do things you want to do. And I recently had a little bit of a kerfuffle with my mom because she wanted me to go to this dinner at these people's home that I don't know really, and I'm like, I don't really want to go. I'm going with like my cousins that I basically live with to a dinner. And then she was like, you never do what I want you to do. And I'm like, hun, I don't want to, because you always, not always, but you ask me to do things that I don't want to do. And then she's like, you always do what other people want you to do. And I'm like, but never what I don't want to do. Like if I don't want to do it, I will say that I don't want to do it. So yeah, that was our little kerfuffle. It's still ongoing, so I'll let you know the vibe with that if I remember. I'm somebody who like forgets stuff really quickly, and usually my mum does as well, but we'll see. I think she was just in a mood that day. She wants to go to Singapore for her birthday, but she's taking ages to decide whether she wants to go or not, so I can't really help with that. Where did I put? I think I'm gonna apply some glitter, because glitter, you know, I'm gonna use this tiny little brush. I'm using the Soft Glam palette because it's got a few glitters in there, and I think I want to go, do I want to go bronze? Bronze looks like it could be nice, although sultry is quite nice as well, but I think I'm gonna go, oh, what if I mix a bit of bronze with a bit of sultry? And I think I'm gonna, this mirror is clean, I'm gonna go just underneath my eye. That's cute. I'm trying to stick quite close to the lash line because I don't want to look crazy. I always look crazy. Does anybody else find it's always easier to do one eye compared to the other? Oh, putting it on my lashes. That's not good. Got Taylor Swift song stuck in my head right now, which could be good or it could be bad, I don't know. I've got quite a few blackheads on my nose. Might need to get something to sort that out. Sorry, I will turn off the messages. Sorry. I'll mute. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much done with done with my eyes, and now I'm gonna go in and do just a little bit of face. So I pretty much never put on like much base makeup anymore anyway. Like I don't apply I don't really apply like foundation and stuff, like unless it's like a full-on event, which I haven't really had this year, which is a little sad. And also I only want to go to people's events that I actually know, so I guess that's my toxic trait too. But there's only so many hours in the day, there's so much, although time is also a construct, but you know what I mean, the days actually do exist. So there's only so much time in a day. Like if I'd rather spend it with other people doing things, sometimes not doing anything at all, if that's my preference, I feel like I should stick to that. So that's what is been going on. My cousin is actually bringing her younger sister. Is that her? No. As well, and she's gonna be staying over with my cousins, and I think maybe returning home on Sunday because we're going to visit my nan because she broke her hand. I think it's a hand. So we're gonna go and see her. I already called her. She didn't even know it was broken for like 3-4 days. She only went to the doctor like after it happened, like 3-4 days later, and they were like, hun, you've broken your hand. So that's where we're at with that, and I think I'm going to use watermelon blush and I'm gonna put it in at the high points. Have you seen that makeup trend where it's like doing makeup for the female gaze versus the male gaze? That was mad to me. I mean, I don't know who decides these things, but that was insane. When I saw like the difference, I was like, whoa. The female one was definitely like way more like full coverage, and like it was to make your face like angular and like quite like I love the smell of this. I don't usually like scented things, but this watermelon blush by Huda Beauty, insane. And also in Sport Palestine, so yeah, I'm just diffusing this so it's not so harsh. What was I talking about before I started talking about the blush? Yeah, I don't remember. Never mind. That my cousin's coming to stay, and then she's gonna go back with us when we go to see my nan, and then her mom will be there as well to collect her, or we'll drop her off on the way, something like that. Oh, the male gaze thing versus the female gaze. Yeah, it was more angular, whereas the male one was more like softer, more youthful. Like you applied the blush like to the center of your face to like make it more youthful and like not childlike, because that sounds gross, but like to make it more, yeah, like youthful. Whereas the like female gaze was to apply it like kind of in the high points to like lift your face and not make you look older, but make you look a little more mature. I'm gonna use this Pillow Talk lip and cheek thing by Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm just putting a little bit on, but I'm applying it just underneath, so to blend it up, and then it gets like a bit of a gradient, which looks cute, and then it's giving a bit Sabrina Carpenter-esque, which is cute for me. I don't know. Somebody stolen it, or am I just not looking properly? It's probably the fact that I'm not looking properly. Let me check in this cupboard. Sorry, I'm just looking for a makeup product. Located, I did not put it away, but I was looking for the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand in the shade Pink Gasm. Is that what it's saying? Yeah. And again, going for the Sabrina Carpenter blush technique, where it goes like darker to lighter to whatever, and then she puts, I think she uses this exact product to be honest, but use it as a highlight but also a blush. So we're going heavy on the blush today. I do realise I did not set my blush, but that is absolutely fine. Just gonna take this up. So we're going blush, heavy blush, and I'm just gonna set it a little bit with this Sephora blush. I'm only gonna take a little, but I'm just gonna set it because I forgot to set it before. Literally one tap. and top off. There we go. Cute. And that's basically me done. I might apply this lip and cheek thing on my lips too, so that is basically like the same shade as my lips, but I just think just to make it like more like monochromatic, but like not really, because I barely applied this. Cute. And then I can just put on gloss afterwards. Gloss, Dior gloss, any gloss, whatever gloss, maybe the Dior one. The Dior one does have colour on it though, but let me see. Yeah, it's a good colour. There we go. I'll put that in my pocket now, so I don't forget it. And then I'm just going to use this big brush, also by Makeup by Ariel. Just going to take a little bit of that Huda powder and just use it to set here. And then I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder and a little puff. And I'm going to go just under my eyes, just to get it a bit seamless, and whatever I've got left I will just do this. And then just to wrap it all together, Morphe Continuous Mist setting spray. I'm just gonna put that on. While that's drying, I'm just gonna pack away all of the makeup that I have just products that I've just spread out all over the table. So I'm just putting basically all my brushes and everything back. Although for some reason, I know why I keep this in there because it's so big, but I also put this in that same bag. I don't know why I do that. And yeah, so just after I've done this, my face is dried now basically because it's so warm anyway. But I'm gonna take my hair down and see what the hair's looking like. And see what this, sorry, my t-shirt doesn't do from the bottom, so I'm going to use the top of it to clean. My glasses are, God, there's so many cars going on today. Let's go put this over here to hang up my cardigan when I get back, unless it needs washing, which it may, I don't know, but something else will hang up on it. Okay. Does it look cute enough? I think so. I mean, sorry that you've had that terrible camera angle that entire time. Also, my battery is running out, so I do need to charge my camera. But yeah, I'll put on some perfume. Also, I've started to realise I like to switch up my perfume quite regularly. So I'm on the daily, I'm wearing different scents because you start getting used to them really quickly. So. And then you start using too much, and that's what I started doing with my Christian Dior Eau d'Espion. So now the one I'm using today is Christian Dior Sakura. Got this when we went to India from the airport. Yeah, looking good. I just applied it on my skin, not on like my outfit, because it's gonna last longer that way anyway, and it's like really dripped down my arms as well. I guess, I don't know if I'm gonna film anything else, or if the next thing you're gonna see is going to be Taylor. So either way, have fun. I'm gonna charge my camera now. Yeah, literally, because it started flashing red. Okay, bye.